right now, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the spotlight. At one time, here's how long we've known this guy. At one time, he was the youngest guy in our class, and now I think he's actually the oldest guy in our class. Not quite, but he's grown up, and he's grown up well, and we've enjoyed working with him all these years. And now on the Dads of Comedy, ladies and gentlemen, not a dad, but a son, and a real son of a gun. How about a warm welcome, please? Alden Moody.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. All right. So this whole thing, went down in March, but somehow I still graduated from high school.
Yay!
Yeah, I graduated from Corona del Sol. Yes, my high school was named after a beer and a virus. I'll be ready for ASU or Wuhan, China. And I think doctors shouldn't give you a birth certificate if you spell your kid's name wrong. Right?
Yes.
For the rest of that kid's life, they're going to be so darn sensitive about the spelling of their names. Like, I got this friend named Zach, and he spells it Z-A-Q. Not Z-A-C-K, not Z-A-C-H, Z-A-Q. But I guess it's all right because he lives in Paradise Valley. Like the poor Starbucks guy is supposed to magically know how to spell it. But then you got James over here getting his panties in a twist because his mom spelled his name with G-A-M-E-S instead of J-A-M-E-S. Next time someone spells their name John with a W, I'm just going to spell it however I damn well please. Though, now I realize that no one can read my handwriting anyway, so. Human beings complicate everything. We have complicated text messaging. There's so many apps. Messenger, WhatsApp. You can even text people over an app called Plumber Crack.
Hey!
Don't use that one unless you want your pipes cleaned. You text someone and they go, "Do you have the Who's It What's It app?" "No, I have the What's It Who's It app." "Oh, then we can't talk." Another guy goes, "Have you been on the Whatchamajig or Whatchamacallit app?" "No, I don't have that one. I'm on the Thingamajig app." "Hey, didn't you message? Why did you message me over the Howsy Doozy app?" I'm sorry. I was just trying to tell you that your car is on fire. It was hard enough for me to learn the 26 letters of the alphabet. And now I got to learn 3,304. Wait. 3,308 emojis. Half of which are flags for countries I've never heard of. Like Idaho. See, as I said, I'm ready for ASU. There are 67 different versions of sad face and 135 combinations of emojis, meaning that I want to break up. No. The average person only uses 15, except for me. I only use 2. Angry, hungry. Angry, hungry. Angry, hungry. Angry, hungry. Except sometimes I use horny, but don't tell my mom that. Right? I just realized my mother is here. Looks like I will not be living in the dorm next year. I don't understand. People, and I don't understand why people say they don't like animals. I don't get that. Listen, everyone has a list of people they hate. Right? No one has a list of dogs they hate. I hate Spot. I hate Buddy. No, that Fido never pays you back, I tell you. owes me $40 in the last 3 years. Parties all the time. Spunky, across the street, barking, howling, bones in the yard, dog shenanigans, I tell you. Rex, always humping my wife's leg. I don't think he's just fooling around either. Every time he comes over, Christmas, Thanksgiving, he never brings a bottle of wine or nothing. Real scumbag, that Rex. Nope. None of that happens. Everyone should love animals. Worst thing that happens is when you die, your cat will eat you. Unless you're the Tiger King, then you really should have seen that coming. And I'm old enough now that people are starting to consider me more of an adult. They want to give me responsibility. I don't want that. I want people to listen to what I have to say, and I want my daddy to pay for everything. Yeah, happy Father's Day, yeah. I mean, I found out you adults have to do all sorts of things. Like get married, get a mortgage, pay taxes, have kids, get a divorce, develop alcoholism, become homeless, go to rehab, get an AA sponsor, get a new house. Not as nice as your first one. Marry another woman, not one that you would have looked at high school, but now deal with her kids, have to take Viagra because parts simply don't work no more. Have your kids move back in with you so you can take care of their kids. Bail your daughter's boyfriend out of jail. You don't like the guy, but how else is he going to pay for child support? Get old, stay mentally acute forever, but live in the dried out husk of a failing shell. And then die. Anyway, my mom is slowly turning into my grandma. Not because I'm making her a grandma, mind you, but in the way that she talks and acts. Okay? She used to work out every day, and now she crochets. Her favorite TV station is the Hallmark Channel. And on my birthday, all she gives me is a $5 check and a Hallmark card. The weird thing is, she's only 32. And it's not really my mom. It's just this older lady I'm seeing who says, who's your mommy? No. Funny thing is, I'm 18, and I'm already an official ordained minister right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took a lot of hard work and dedication. A full 3 minutes and 36 seconds online. And now, since I'm 18, I can even marry you to your guy, girl, or transgender person of your choice.
Woo!
Now, if we were in Arkansas, I can only marry you to someone of the opposite sex. And they have to be at least your first cousin.
Yeah.
Religion. Thank goodness I am not a part of the world's most overzealous religion. Soccer. Or football, as they call it in Argentina, where you can get shanked for wearing the wrong colored pants. I think that's awful. Okay? Everyone knows you should only get shanked for wearing U of A colors. All right. That is my time. Little
yes.
But why not? Thank you, everybody.
Alden Moody, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it together for Alden Moody. 18 and funny. That was fantastic. Thank you, Alden. To the best of my knowledge, at this point in time, you'll be able to see Alden again this Friday night for free on Zoom with the ComedySchools.com Class Clown Show. And this coming Sunday, a week from tonight, at Stir Crazy Comedy Club in Glendale, California, where they are practicing safe social distancing for those who just got to have a live show. So we'll be able to see him twice in the coming week. Not only can we see him twice in the coming week, we can see this next man twice in the coming week. As soon as I find him, let's go to coming to the stage right now. The guy who I just want to say this about this guy, that this guy he is in somebody who most people go to be mentored and to learn from, and I'm not kidding when I say that. And he's a wonderful mentor and a wonderful teacher, and that he decided that he and his son should take my class and learn from me has truly been a wonderful experience for me. I've learned a lot from both of them, and now we're going to laugh like hell at everything that he's got to say. I got to find him here on the there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Right here,
Live in the spotlight, my good friend. Hold on, there we go. What do it says cancel spotlight. No, my good friend, Greg Moody.
All right. Yay. Well, thanks, Tony. Thank you very much. Well, happy Father's Day. And I've gotten a total, you just saw my son, and I've gotten a total of 0 presents for my son today.
Oh.
And it's actually my birthday, too. I got a hug. Oh, great. Well, thank you very much. That's what I get for my son. But even so, my son, Alden, he really is the most important thing in the world to me and to him. To be honest, he's not really the most important thing in the world. He may be his top 5 because, you know, there's my car, my house, sleeping, you know, finding out about the next Star Wars movie, string cheese. He might move up if he started paying rent. And he's lazy in a backwards kind of way. He puts empty boxes away and leaves full boxes out. You know, like the shelf looks full of groceries. Hey, here's some Cheez-Its. It's empty. And left on the table, a half-eaten salami. Clean dishes in the sink, dirty dishes in the cabinet. He only wears dirty underwear, so he doesn't have to open the drawers to grab the clean ones. This kid can move 14 controls on his PlayStation, text on his phone, and eat Twinkies simultaneously, but he can't figure out how to put socks away. And before you ask, no, he doesn't smoke pot. I wish he did, because then at least there'd be a reason for this. The trick to being a father is keeping your kids thinking that you're tougher than you actually are.
Yeah.
Yeah, is cheat. If we're playing basketball and he's winning, fake a heart attack. I mean, the ambulance ride is embarrassing, but next time he won't go so hard in the paint. And if we're in a fist fight, I say to him, son, you're my son. I don't feel like fighting. And when he puts his hands down, bam! Well, I thought you didn't feel like fighting. I didn't. I felt like hitting you. And if all that fails, I'm not really worried about all that. I've laid way down enough emotional scarring that I'd still win. So last month was Mother's Day, and I was looking at USA Today, and I see this article, 25 amazing gifts that women actually want. And it makes me realize that I have a serious problem. Because every time I read one of these ideas, all I can imagine is how a girl would be mad at me if I gave her any one of those presents. Like, for example, it said, for the coffee lover, get her a coffee machine. Oh, so you don't like my fucking coffee. Or Lululemon yoga pants. Are you crazy? I'd look fat in those. Or it said, for the health nut, USA Today suggested the skinny cookbook. Now, I don't think I'm the only guy who knows it's the height of stupidity to buy a woman a cookbook that says, you're fat. You might as well cut off your own testicles and cook them yourself in the cook with the recipe. Here's the only way all these will work. Get her a state-of-the-art coffee maker, diamond ring on top. Yoga pants, diamond ring on top. In fact, buy her something that you want, like a 75-inch TV, diamond ring on top. And give the skinny cookbook to her sister. Now it's June and his dads are supposed to get the gifts. And there was an article, 25 things that dads really want. Now here's the problem with asking men what they want for gifts. If we told you what we really wanted, you would leave us. That's why we say, oh, I don't know, maybe a new spatula for the grill. We can't go, no, I'd like to be 20 years old back in college chasing girls. Or what I really want is to watch a movie for once without someone saying, what just happened? What just happened? They wouldn't want a Father's Day suggestion to be, get us both a Brazilian. Or maybe something like, how about you just give me peace and quiet for 36 hours? Instead, we get tools for the grill. Not only was it hard to get men to say what they wanted, they couldn't get them to write what they wanted. A woman wrote the article. Which is why every item on the women's perfect gift list was way over $100, and every item on the men's list was under $100. So the article should have been titled, Gifts That Women Want Men to Want. So instead of being things that men actually want, it was lipstick. Dads love lipstick. Well, maybe some do, but we're not here to judge that. You know, dads also love it when you give them a gift certificate that they can give to their wives for a spa day. And half the list was fitness or cooking equipment, which proves that women think we're all fat and they want us to do the cooking. Happy Father's Day. You know, and now I'm getting older, and my only guide for getting older is my dad and his World War II Navy friends. Now, I'm not there yet, but I remember them seeing them at all of them at 80, and they get together and they're lifetime friends and they talked. And the problem was they were deaf and they couldn't hear one another say anything, so they were talking about completely different things. That damn Jimmy Carter, he really screwed up the SALT treaty. Yeah, that's what I said. And they also need a new quarterback. Where are my pants? I think my new caretaker's molesting me. You're right. Bermuda grass is definitely the way to go. I like cheese. That's what these guys were like. But then my dad had his 80th birthday party. And this was the point that I realized that people 80 or above introduce themselves by their ailments. Hi, I'm Fred. I just had open heart surgery. This is my wife, Betty, and she just had a mastectomy. I'm not kidding. This is how they really talk. I'm Sally, and I have type 2 diabetes. And this is Bob. He just had a mole cut out of his anus. These are real life examples. My name is Joe, and I have Alzheimer's. And my name is Joe, and I have Look, a duck. That's how they make conversation. So I kind of felt left out. So I said, I'm Greg, and I'm a little bit nearsighted. And then all of a sudden they got macho on me. Oh, yeah? Try having 5 kidney stones. Hey, Phil, this kid thinks he's got problems. Show him where they removed your testicle. No, I'm good. You think you got a bad Sonny? Try eating sugar-free Jell-O and cottage cheese all day long because you got no teeth. Or waking up every 30 minutes to pee. Or forgetting to wake up every 30 minutes to pee. Where are you, Junior? You know, You know, I'm 54 today, but I actually can't wait for assisted living because when my dad was there were 20 women for every guy. But these women are vultures. He'd be complaining all the time about these women wanting to have their way with him, which of course is way more than I wanted to hear about. But I was there one time with him, and one of the girls was bothering him, and he finally got mad, and he said, "Hey, look, I can't do anything. I had my prostate out 15 years ago." And she looked him right in the eye and said, "Well, your tongue still works, doesn't it?" All right, well, thank you very much. Happy Father's Day. That's my time. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All
Greg
right.
Moody. And you know what? His tongue still works too, because that was pretty darn funny. So that's our Father's Day show. I've had a wonderful